It's a baseball brunch today as a double helping of Carthage baseball, a doubleheader this afternoon from Augie Schmidt Field in Kenosha. Good morning, everyone, and welcome into our broadcast today. John Weiser with you. Glad you're along for a doubleheader today. 2 games in the cold here today between Carthage and Augustana. The Redmen 4-0 in CCIW play. The Vikings 1-3. Redmen with the best record in the conference overall at 17-3, while Augustana is 13-6. These two teams played a single game yesterday, a game in which the Redmen plated 4 runs in the 3rd inning. Chris Rajga, one of the aces for the Augustana team, ran into some trouble in the 3rd inning, walking 4 batters, 2 of which came around to score as the Redmen sent 10 men to the plate in the 3rd inning, scoring 4 runs, which is all they would need en route to a 5-1 victory. With that win, the Redmen won 6 straight in 6 of their last 7, going back to the doubleheader split against Marion 2 weeks ago. So red-hot Redmen hitting team going up against one of the better pitching teams in the conference in Augustana. They will face the Vikings ace, Mike Powers, today. Powers coming in the league as the second best pitcher ERA-wise with a 1.75 earned run average with a 4-1 record. So they will face the ace in Game 2 of this 3-game series. Note also for Augustana, a lineup change as yesterday it was Karras who was injured in the 4th inning. Ryan Karras, their left fielder, second leading hitter on the team, was injured rounding first base on a base hit in the 4th inning and left the ball game for Sam Byer. He is not in the lineup today. Byer will play left field. They move Jack Hallmark up from the bottom of the order up to the number 2 spot today in the batting order for the Vikings. So a little bit of a change there. No word on the extent of the injuries. We get a look at the starting lineup for the Vikings from Augustana out of Rock Island, Illinois. It'll be right fielder Carter Amundsen leading things off, followed by 3rd baseman Jack Hallmark. Haskins at first. Leffel in center will hit cleanup. Ryan Graneman will catch and bat 5th. Hitting 6th will be Tyler Nunez, playing shortstop. The 2nd baseman John Moraski will hit 7th. The left fielder today, as I mentioned, Sam Byer in place of Paul Karras. And batting 9th and doing the designated hitting will be Nick Kirk. And Kirk looking for his first base hit of the season. Mike Powers will be on the hill for the Vikings. One of their best pitchers, he will face Nate Odall for the Redmen. Redmen, their 2nd best pitcher, following up that complete game by Kevin Tiber yesterday. Tiber now 5-0 on the season. We'll pause. We'll get the Redmen batting order for you in just a moment. But first, our national anthem. Game 1 of our doubleheader today here at Augie Schmidt Field in Kenosha. We gave you the Viking batting order. Here is the Carthage Redmen batting order. It'll be Colton Klein leading off and playing center. Ryan Kramer will hit 2nd, batting 2nd, and playing 2nd base. Cody Phelps at 3rd. Nick Pierce will catch. Vince Schwartz over at 1st. Ryan Dalton in left. Joe Sisk will hit 7th and will be the designated hitter. Ben Levicki will play right field and hit 8th, and batting 9th will be the shortstop, Miles Farley. There you get a look at the defense. Dalton in left, Klein in center, Levicki in right. Phelps, Farley, Kramer, and Schwartz. The infield third to first. Pierce behind the plate. And Nate O'Dahl on the hill for the Redmen. O'Dahl, the transfer from Gonzaga out of the Twin Cities in Minnesota. He is 4-0 on the season, a 3.18 earned run average. His last start came last week at Carroll University. Redmen won that ball game 7-3. He went 7 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 4, and struck out 7 in that contest. He will be making his 6th appearance and his 5th start of the year. As I mentioned, 28 and a third innings, allowed 18 hits, 12 runs, 10 of them earned. He has walked 15, struck out 27, and opponents are hitting 186. Nate O'Dahl, transferred in from Gonzaga, on the hill in game 1 of this doubleheader. We will probably see game 2, Matt Willett for the Redmen. And O'Dahl has been really good. He has gone at least 6 innings or more in all 4 of his starts. His only relief appearance was in the Marion doubleheader back on March 23rd, in which he went 3 innings, allowed 5 hits. It's a chilly day once again here in the upper Midwest. Game time temperature here, 35 degrees. Mostly sunny, a light breeze at 5 miles an hour out of the north-northeast today. Helping things out to left field today. Yesterday, our first pitch temperature was 29 degrees. So Carter Amundsen set to step in here for the Vikings to get things underway. First of 2 games today here in Kenosha. Amundsen stepping in. .352 hitter. 0 for 3 yesterday. And the first offering by O'Dahl, missing on the outside corner. We're underway. Amundsen, 1 home run, 14 RBIs, takes that one high, 2-0. And it's going to be a tough day pitching today. We thought yesterday was rather tough too. I thought Rajka ran into trouble in the 3rd inning. He just couldn't quite get a grip on that curveball yesterday. Away, 3-0. Again, the Redmen searching for their 7th consecutive win. That one missed outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to start the ball game for the Vikings. And Jack Hallmark, the 3rd baseman, stepping in. Hallmark, a .339 hitter, no home runs, 8 RBIs. O'Dahl with a check of Amundsen at first. And the pitch in there for strike 1. Hallmark was hitting in the 9th spot yesterday, went 1 for 3. That was a single in the 3rd inning of our single game yesterday. The 0-1 offering, missing away, 1-1. O'Dahl transferring in from Division I Gonzaga. Amundsen not going, squaring around to bunt, down to Phelps at 3rd. His only play will be to 1st, and Amundsen advancing to 2nd. Sacrifice 5-3 with 1 gone here in the 1st inning. Amundsen now at 2nd base, and Gunnar Haskins, the 1st baseman, stepping in. Haskins, a .273 hitter, 1 home run, 17 knocked in. Infield back, outfield straightaway. Medium depth here for Haskins. O'Dahl working from the stretch, the check of Amundsen. The pitch. Curveball in and over. No, missing. 1-0. Tight zone early on. So O'Dahl falling behind. Fouls that one straight into the net. 1-1. Haskins 1 for 4 yesterday. That was a single in the 8th inning. Check of the runner. The pitch gets past Pierce, back to the screen. Advancing to third is going to be Amundsen. I believe that's going to be a wild pitch. It's the 7th uncorked by O'Dahl this season. So 2-1 the count with a runner at third, and it's 2-2. 1 out. We're in the top half of inning number 1.
Here we go.
Yesterday, Tiber scattered 9 hits in that complete game. Ball missing. He's gone full now to the number 3 hitter, Gunnar Haskins. Leffel, the center fielder, on deck. O'Dahl's pitch, ball 4. Second walk issued by O'Dahl here in the inning. Puts runners at the corners now with 1 out. Matt Leffel, the center fielder. Leffel 2 for 4 yesterday. Pair of singles. .283 hitter now. 1 no home runs, 11 driven in. Infield back. Schwartz is holding the runner on at first. The pitch by O'Dahl, missing inside. O'Dahl struggling here in the early going. Pierce going to have a word with his pitcher. Again, O'Dahl coming off a fine start last week, Wednesday, at Carroll on the 28th. 7 innings pitched. Though he did walk 4, he struck out 7 in allowing just 2 earned runs. Working from the stretch. The 1-0 pitch. Right down Main Street for strike 1. Men's lacrosse in Bloomington this afternoon. We hope to get a report on that. They take on Illinois Wesleyan today. The pitch by O'Dahl. Missed low and in. 2-1. Amundsen takes his lead at third. Haskins off at first. The 2-1 offering here by O'Dahl. Bounced it in. Good save by Pierce. Gone 3-1 to the cleanup hitter, Leffel. Should get something good here. I don't think O'Dahl will want to put him on. Let's see. The 3-1 pitch taken high for ball 4. They're loaded. 3 walks in the inning now for O'Dahl. Time called. Pitching coach going to come out. Have a word with O'Dahl, who is struggling here early. You know, this is what you had feared coming in. Rested arms, but on a cold day, trying to get a grip on that baseball, and he has struggled to find the strike zone here through the first 4 batters. This will be Ryan Graneman, the catcher, stepping in with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Come on, Ryan.
Graneman, 321, searching for his first home run, has 4 RBIs. Infield back at second and short. Schwartz even with the bag at first. O'Dahl looking for the sign. Time called by the batter.
Come on, Ryan. Stay hot, 3-9.
Phelps about a half step behind the bag at third. The first pitch to Graneman skips it in. Nice save by Pierce. 1-0 the count to Graneman. Drove in the only run yesterday with an RBI single in the 4th. He's 1 for 4 in the series. The 1-0 delivery, spiked that one in again. Another good save by Pierce. O'Dahl has fallen behind, 2-0. Aiming that pitch is what he's doing. He's trying to guide that pitch in and releasing it late. Spiked the last 2 in there. Again, Pierce, one of the better defensive catchers in the league. The 2-0 delivery to Graneman on the outside corner for strike 1.
Here we go, Ryan. Stay hot. What do you say, 3-9? Good count right here, Ryan. Good count, kid. Hey, hit a bullet here, Ryan.
Amundsen on at third, Haskins at second, Leffel at first. The 2-1 pitch, in and over for strike 2. At the knees that time, O'Dahl. He's back even now, 2-2.
Drive 1 now, Granny.
Runners take their lead. Not going. The 2-2 pitch outside for ball 3. 3-2 to Graneman, the catcher.
Come on, Ryan, get on it, kid.
O'Dahl struggling here in the top half of the first inning. The only out, Hallmark on a sacrifice bunt, advancing Amundsen to second. Since then, a pair of walks have loaded the bases. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 gone in the inning. Big strike out there by O'Dahl. Looked like a slider off the plate. Got Graneman to chase. Then we have Nunez, the shortstop. Tyler Nunez, 288 hitter. 1 home run, 13 driven in for Nunez. He was 3 for 4 yesterday off Kevin Tiber, and O'Dahl gets in front 0-1. Trying to get out of a bases loaded, 1 out situation here. 2 men gone. Amundsen at third, Haskins at second, Leffel over at first. O'Dahl working from the stretch. Bounces that one in again.
Oh, Tyler.
Count even now at 1-1. O'Dahl sets. Pitch wasting outside again. And opening up, flying open on that curveball. And instead of staying on top of it. He's fallen behind here, 2-1. Unlike Tiber yesterday, Kevin Tiber seemingly ahead in the count all day yesterday. The 2-1 pitch. Pop foul straight back. Count even now at 2-2.
Come on, Ty.
See if he can get a good slider here. Owen Reith is throwing in the Redmond bullpen already here. Augie not wasting any time. Augie Schmidt, 903 wins under his belt, the coach for the Redmen. The pitch bounced in. Another nice save by Pierce. Well, runners will be going here. 3-2 count, 2 out here in the first inning. Schwartz behind the bag now at first.
Win it right now, kid. Win this.
A 3-2 count here to Nunez. Here it comes. Ground ball to the shortstop Farley. Gonna go a long way. Got him at first to retire the side. He gets out of it. Got him to go after a breaking ball down low. And Nunez rolled over the top of it to the shortstop Farley. No runs on no hits, no errors, 3 men left. We head to the bottom of inning number 1. Augustana nothing, and the Redmen coming to bat. Again, here is the Redmen batting order this afternoon in game 1 of our doubleheader. Klein will lead off and play center. Kramer, the second baseman, bats second. Phelps hitting third, playing third base. Cleanup hitter today will be catcher Nick Pierce. Schwartz at first will hit 5th. Batting 6th, Ryan Dalton, the left fielder. Joe Sisk will be the DH today and bats 7th. Ben Levicki hitting 8th and playing right field. And Miles Farley, the shortstop, will hit 9th. They will face the ace of the Augustana staff, Mike Powers. Beyer, Leffel, and Amundsen in the outfield left to right. Hallmark, Nunez, Moraski, and Haskins are infield third to first. Graneman behind the plate, and Mike Powers on the hill for the Vikings. Powers making his 7th appearance of the season. He has a record of 4-1, a 1.75 earned run average, 36 innings. He's allowed 34 hits, 7 earned runs. He has only walked 6, and he has struck out 29. His last outing was last week against Wheaton. He went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, only one of which was earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. His team went on to win 8-6 in that contest on March 30th against Wheaton.
We say, Mike, go to work, kid. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Facing Colton Klein, the center fielder. Klein 377 on the year, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. A freshman out of McHenry. And the first delivery by Powers misses high for ball 1. Powers going sleeveless today. Klein 2 for 4 yesterday, scored a pair of runs, fouls that one straight back. Also drove a run in with a single in the 3rd inning of yesterday's game. 2 for 4, an RBI and 2 runs scored his day against the Vikings on Saturday. Crowds that plate somewhat. 1-1 pitch, shoots the corner and hits, 1-2. Klein, Kramer, and Phelps do up here in the bottom half of the first inning. Redmond getting out of a bases-loaded, 1-out jam. Not allowing a run. The pitch by Powers, low, 2-2. Again, the Vikings without Paul Karras, who was injured. Ryan Karras, I should say, who was injured yesterday. Beyer playing left field today. Late on that one, fouling it back to the left side. Remains 2-2. Driven to right, Amundsen drifts over towards right center field, makes the play, one gone here in the bottom half of the first inning. Bring up the second baseman and CCIW Player of the Week, Ryan Kramer. Kramer, .356 hitter, 2 home runs, 17 driven in. First pitch by Powers, in and over for strike one. Kramer, along with North Park's Michael Pritz, the Players of the Week this week in the CCIW. .529 hitter last week, 9 for 17 with 9 runs. 3 doubles, a couple of home runs, 9 RBIs. So Redmond went 4-0 last week, sweeping Carroll and Illinois Institute of Technology in a pair of doubleheaders. 1-1 pitch, pop foul, right side, it'll get out of play. First pitch temperature 35 degrees today. There's actually a little sheen of ice on the river behind Augie Schmidt Field this morning, crossing that bridge. And it was 29 degrees first pitch yesterday. Got him on a curveball, strike 3. Caught looking on a backdoor curve by Powers. 2 men gone here in the first inning. They'll bring up Cody Phelps. Phelps .361, 2 home runs, 18 driven in. Powers works from that first base side of the rubber, delivers a strike. Works off that first base corner of the pitching rubber. Head in the count 0-1. Curveball, just got a piece of it. Phelps in the hole now, 0-2. Umpire hand delivers the baseball to Powers. Oh, 0-2 the count to Cody Phelps. Base is empty, 2 gone. The pitch, fastball wasting high, 1-2. In the Redmond, one of 2 undefeated teams in the conference. North Central sweeping a doubleheader from Carroll yesterday, going to 7-0. The Redmond 4-0 in conference play. The 1-2 pitch just missed. Shot the knees and missed that time, 2-2. Driven to left center, hit hard on the run, getting over and making the play is Leffel, the center fielder. He had shaded Phelps out toward straightaway center and had to get on his horse, and with that little breeze blowing out of the northeast was carrying that ball away from him. Nice play by Leffel to end the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Inning number 2 coming up. No score, Redmond and Vikings. Well, Nate O'Dahl back on the hill for the second inning. Got through a 30-pitch first inning. Loaded the bases on walks and got out of it. He will face the bottom third of the order for the Vikings. Moraski, Beyer, and Kirk. In a scoreless ball game here in Kenosha. John Weiser with you. Glad you're along today. A little baseball and brunch today, a doubleheader. A little Eggs Benedict would be nice. Maybe some bacon with that. A little fresh fruit. Goes well today. Of course, some hot coffee. That will be nice. Second baseman John Moraski stepping in. A .260 hitter takes strike 1. Just the 12th strike delivered by O'Dahl so far. The 0-1 pitch. check swing foul. Ahead of him now 0-2. Moraski 0 for 3 yesterday, including a strikeout. The 0-2 pitch, high, 1-2. Curveball, didn't get it inside enough. 2-2. Trying for that inside corner. 3-2. Well, he had him 0-2 on the first 2 pitches, and now gone to 3-2. O'Dahl, who has struggled here today. Popped him up behind the first base bag. Kramer, the second baseman, drifting out into right field, makes the play, 1 gone. Bring up the left fielder, Sam Byer. Byer replacing Ryan Karras, who was injured yesterday. Karras roped a single into right center, ran hard out of the batter's box, and as he approached first base, came up lame and left the game. That was in the 3rd inning yesterday. Byer came on to pinch run and replaced him out in left field, and Byer gets the start today. O'Dahl delivers a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Byer 0 for 2, officially yesterday, a strikeout victim in the 8th. Big strikeout in that one to start the 8th inning for Tiber. And Kevin Tiber yesterday, a complete game. Despite the cold weather, the 2-1 offering popped him up on the infield. Phelps, shading his eyes from the sun down the third base line, makes the play, 2 gone. Brings up the number 9 hitter, designated hitter, Nick Kirk. 0 for 3 on the season, making his 5th appearance of the year. That one skips to the screen, 1-0. Two today for Carthage and Augustana. Both teams playing a doubleheader Tuesday. The pitch by O'Dahl in their first strike, 1-1 the count. Redmond will be in Chicago taking on North Park in an evening, late afternoon evening doubleheader affair. The Holmgren Athletic Complex. Outside corner for strike 2. Meanwhile, the Vikings return home to Swanson Stadium. They'll play 2 against Milliken on Tuesday. So it's the only meeting of the season between these two. 2-2 the count now to Nick Kirk.
Good work, Nick. Come on, 9.
2 out, we're in the top half of the 2nd inning. O'Dahl's pitch, sharply to Farley at short, up with it, throws across in time. 3 up, 3 down go the Vikings here in the 2nd inning. Much needed 3 up and 3 down for O'Dahl. We head to the bottom half of inning number 2, no score between the Redmen and Vikings. The 2nd inning, Pierce, Schwartz, and Dalton. No score between Carthage and Augustana. Pierce, the catcher, to lead things off. Hitting .351 on the year. 1 home run, 24 driven in. Missing for ball 1. Pierce yesterday, first 2 at-bats, drew a pair of walks. Officially 0 for 2 yesterday with those 2 walks. Swing and miss. Count even now at a ball and a strike. Light schedule here in the CCIW. We'll run that down for you in just a minute. On the outside corner for strike 2. Augie and Carthage in a doubleheader today. Single games going on. One down in Decatur at noon today. Elmhurst at Milliken. Carroll is at North Central. Wave and a miss and a breaking ball. Second strikeout of the day for Powers. Brings up the first baseman, Vince Schwartz. Schwartz, the team's leading hitter at .426 on the year. He's amongst the leaders in the conference in hitting. No home runs, 18 driven in. Flies foul down the right side. First baseman giving chase, and it's going to hit the fence in front of the Redmond bullpen. Schwartz drove in a run yesterday with a bases-loaded walk. It was that wild inning Rajka had, that third inning. Saw the Redmen send 10 men to the plate and 4 walks in that inning. Powers working off that first base side, misses outside, 1-1. Sending a message, not wearing sleeves today, too. Smash into left field, a base hit. First hit of the afternoon for the Redmen. And Schwartz continues his fine season with a single to left. Brings up Ryan Dalton, the left fielder. Dalton 389 on the year. Leads the team with 6 home runs and the RBI leader with 25. Powers works from the stretch. Curveball in and over, strike 1.
Good job, Mike.
Dalton 1 for 4 with an RBI yesterday. RBI single in that 4-run 4th inning. The pitch by Powers took something off. Phelps way out in front. 0-2 now. Excuse me, to Dalton. Sisk, the designated hitter, on deck. Runner not going. The pitch outside, 1-2. Skip that one in. It gets past the catcher, Graneman. Going down to second is Schwartz. He's in there. Looks like a wild pitch. So each starter today uncorking a wild pitch, advancing a runner. As Schwartz now at second base with 1 out. 2-2 the count to Dalton. Swing and a miss. Took something off.
Nice job, 1-3.
Second strikeout of the day, of the inning. Third of the day for Powers. And that'll bring up Joe Sisk, the designated hitter. Schwartz taking his lead at second. Time called by the home plate umpire as Sisk wanted to reset. Schwartz taking his lead at second. Powers a check. Tap foul at the plate. Greg Wallace, the head baseball coach at Augustana. Justin Hauer, B.J. Eater, Colin Gizel, and Jake Hurst, his assistants. Of course, Augie Schmidt, 903 victories, the head coach at Carthage College. Schwartz with the lead. The pitch into the dirt, gets past Graneman, but kept it in front. Schwartz unable to advance. Count even now at a ball and a strike. Schwartz reaching on a single and then taking second on a wild pitch. In between a pair of strikeouts by Powers, the 1-1 pitch, grounded foul. Ahead of him now, 1-2. Backswing caught the hand of the catcher, Graneman. So a little extra time here to get Graneman reset. Again, it was the backswing of Sisk that caught the glove hand of Graneman. And Schwartz will take his lead at second. Powers getting a sign here from Graneman. He's gone through everything here. Again, Sisk steps out. Big gap in left center field here for Sisk. The 1-2 pitch. Skips past Graneman. It'll get back to the screen, and Schwartz will advance to third. Second wild pitch of the inning by Powers. Up until today, those are the first two wild pitches thrown by Powers. So a runner at third now, 2 out, and a 2-2 count to Sisk. Just missed away, 3-2. Well, that looked like a good pitch. Just above the belt on the outer half. It must have missed the plate. So a 3-2 count now to Sisk. Powers delivers, swing and a miss. Gets out of it, striking out the side. 4 strikeouts on the afternoon for Powers, a single and one runner left. We head to the third inning, a scoreless ball game between the Redmen and the Vikings. Top half of the third inning here at Augie Schmidt Field. Top of the order for the Augustana Vikings, Amundsen, Hallmark, and Haskins. O'Dahl, a 30-pitch first inning, got out of a walking the bases loaded and a bases loaded 1-out jam. Retired the side in order in the second. Amundsen led off with a walk. Takes a strike. He was left stranded at third, advanced on a wild pitch, then took third on a sacrifice by Hallmark. O'Dahl in front now, 0-2. Smash to left, coming in, now going over his head. It's over the left fielder, Dalton, to the wall. Amundsen will chug into second with a double. A misplay there by Dalton. He took 2 steps in, and the ball ended up sailing over his head to the wall. A lousy jump on that one. Not sure if he didn't see it or he just took a bad route. Well, runner at second. First hit given up by O'Dahl. Check of Amundsen at second. Scoring around faking the bunt was Hallmark, taking high, ball 1.
What do you say, Jack?
Schwartz playing on even with the bag over at first, as is Phelps at third. He saw the bunt. Not bunting here, taking outside for ball 2. On the outside corner for strike 1. Break there for O'Dahl, high and away. Amundsen takes his lead. Bunts down to third. Phelps across the diamond. Advancing to third is Amundsen.
Nice job, Jack. That away. Well done, kid.
Same thing for Hallmark. Second straight sacrifice bunt for Hallmark. Advancing the runner to third with 1 out. Haskins, the first baseman, he too walked in that first inning, was left stranded at second. Curveball missing. 1-0.
Drive something, Gunner. Come on now.
Smash into right. That should score a run. Levicki circling. Here comes the throw, and it skips past Pierce. Amundsen slides in with our first run of the day.
Nice job, Gunner. Nice
Sack
job,
fly
Gunner.
and an RBI for Gunnar Haskins. Scoring Amundsen from third, 2 out. Brings up the center fielder, Leffel. Leffel drew a walk in that first inning. 1-0 Augustana. Pitch skips in there for ball 1. In action yesterday in the CCIW, North Central took a doubleheader from Carroll, 11-0 and 16-5. Wheaton and Illinois Wesleyan split their doubleheader. The pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Wheaton won the first game 3-2, and Wesleyan taking the nightcap 15-4. Elmhurst swept Milliken in a doubleheader, 6-1, 11-0. That was action yesterday. Light schedule today. North Central hosting Carroll. Milliken hosting Elmhurst. Count now 2-2 to Leffel. One game scheduled tomorrow. Grounded to Phelps at third. And the inning is over. But they do get a run, the Vikings do. Double, sacrifice bunt, and a sac fly, and they lead it by a score of 1-0.
One run on one hit. No errors.
Bottom of the third inning here in Kenosha. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Redmen. Now trail by a score of 1-0. Ben Levicki will lead things off, the right fielder. Levicki, 255 hitter, no home runs, 9 driven in. Powers delivers, fastball strike. Powers with 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. Foul down the third base side. In front now, 0-2. Levicki walked and scored a run yesterday in the 5-1 win by the Redmen. The 0-2 pitch, bouncing that one in. The old 57-foot curveball. One and 2 to Levicki. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. 5 Ks today for Powers. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Miles Farley, the shortstop. Farley 250, 2 home runs, 11 driven in. Powers working quickly and ahead today. Checked his swing. He did go around. Well, a check swing. The base umpire says he went around, and so Farley behind 0-2. Try to get him fishing outside, 1-2. Each team with a base hit, but the Vikings lead it 1-0. Popped it up, foul behind home plate. The 1-2 pitch by Powers. Driven into center field, jammed him. Center fielder Leffel there, 2 gone. Got that one in on the hands that time and couldn't open up. Top of the order we go to Colton Klein. Klein flied out to the right fielder Amundsen back in the first. Takes for a strike.
Way to work ahead, Mike.
Colt, the freshman out of McHenry. Slicing to left. Byer is there to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Redmen here in inning number 3. We head to the 4th. It's the Vikings 1 and the Redmen nothing. Top half of the 4th for the Vikings. It'll be the catcher Ryan Graneman stepping in. Graneman struck out in that first inning.
Come on, Ryan.
With the bases loaded.
Get us going, Ryan. Come on, kid.
1-0 Vikings. Getting a run in the top half of the 3rd. Facing Nate O'Dahl, and he's ahead in the count. 0-1. Grounder up the middle. Farley dives for it, comes up with it, but will not have a play. That'll be a base hit. Farley in the hole. Got a glove on it, but unable to get up and throw.
Stay hot, Ty. Come on, kid.
Infield single for the catcher Ryan Graneman to lead off this 4th inning. Second hit off of O'Dahl.
Stay Ty.
Brings up the shortstop Nunez. Ended that first inning grounding out to Farley at short, leaving the bases loaded. He's ahead in the count now, 1-0. Good to see the Redmen golf team back in action. They idle for almost a month. Participated in the Illinois Wesleyan Invitational down in Bloomington yesterday. Dave Rail's squad finishing 4th. Tie for 4th in that team event. Jordan Knutson as it drops down a bunt. A good one. Phelps has to come up with it. Can't make a play. Pair of infield singles here to start the 4th inning as Nunez caught Phelps behind the bag, dropping down a bunt. So the Vikings, something going here in the 4th. 2 on, nobody out. First 2 reaching. Ball not leaving the infield. Second baseman John Morosky at the plate. Popped out to the second baseman Kramer in the second inning. Tried to drop down a bunt foul at the plate. In that golf outing yesterday, Jordan Knutson has season low 71, a 1 under par. He finished second in the individual leaderboard. Golf team getting ready. They could use the warm weather. Again squares around, pitch outside, and Brannaman able to get back into second base. Pierce faking the throw. Brannaman with an infield single to Farley, and then Nunez dropping down a bunt. Again squares around. This time Pierce will throw down, and Farley able to catch that short hop, prevent it from going into center field.
Come on, kid.
Brannaman takes his lead at second. Nunez off at first. The count 2-1, and again squares around, drops down a good bunt. It'll be the catcher Pierce up with it. He'll throw to first into the dirt. Runner's safe. And the bases are loaded, the ball having not left the infield. See what the scoring is on that. It'll be a hit. So 3 straight infield singles, 2 of them bunts, have loaded the bases once again here in the 4th with nobody out. Sam Byer, the left fielder, at the plate. Curveball in there for a strike.
Come on, Sam.
Chance for the Vikings to blow this one open here. Schwartz playing off the bag, even with the bag at first. And there for strike 2. O'Dall quickly in front now, 0-2. Big man to get here. 8th place hitter and the 9th place hitter, Kirk, due up next. O'Dall's pitch, got him to pop it up. Short center field. Klein will make the catch, bluffing down the line as that pitch, the throw I should say, from Klein coming in over the tip the glove of Vince Schwartz, the cutoff man, but Brannaman not going. One big out here for O'Dall.
Come on, Nick. Come on, 9.
Number 9 hitter, Nick Kirk, to the plate, the designated hitter. Ended the second inning with a ground out to Farley at short.
Come on, Nick.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Brannaman at third, Nunez at second, Morosky at first. That curveball missed. 1-0 the count.
Come on, Nick. Base hit here, kid. Come on now.
On the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Grounded to third. Phelps is going to come home. It's a high throw, but Pierce able to get his foot on the plate for the force out. Brannaman tried to take him out. Cody Phelps able to get it to home. So Brannaman out 5-2. Kirk reaches on a fielder's choice. The other 2 runners advance 90 feet. Nunez at third now, Morosky at second. Kirk at first, 2 out, top of the order. Carter Amundsen to the plate. Amundsen a double in the third and scored. Walked back in the first inning. Curveball bounces in, good save by Pierce once again. Pitch, another one in the dirt. Another good save by Pierce. Keep that ball within range. Runner's unable to advance.
Hey, your count here, kid.
2-0 now to Amundsen, the team's leading hitter. Amundsen coming in 352, entering game one of the doubleheader today.
Right guy, Carter. Right guy, right now.
In the first of two. Despite the sunshine, it is cold. Temperatures in the low 30s. O'Donnell working from the stretch. Got one in there, 2-1.
You're in a good spot here. You're in a good spot here, Carter. Looking for your pitch here, Freddie. Come on, Cart.
Runners take their leads. The pitch, grounded foul. Into the bullpen and left. 2-2 the count. 2 out, bases loaded.
Good work, kid. Come on, Carter.
O'Donnell working from the stretch. Time called at the plate. I think Pierce called that timeout. The pitch, driven to left. Dalton drifting back, short of the warning track, makes the catch, and the Redmen get out of it once again. O'Donnell loaded the bases on 3 straight infield singles and gets out of it here in the 4th. No runs on 3 hits. They have stranded 6 runners now through the first 4 innings. And we head to the bottom half of inning number 4. Redmen trail 1-0. Well, let's see if the Redmen can figure out Mike Powers today. He has breezed through the first 3 innings, allowing just 1 hit, striking out 5 through the first trip through the order. It'll be Kramer, Phelps, and Pierce, 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Redmen here in the 4th inning, who trail 1-0. 1 run on 4 hits for the Vikings, no runs on 1 hit for the Redmen. The Vikings have left the bases loaded twice now, in the first and in the top half of the 4th. Powers delivers on the corner. Didn't like that call, did Kramer. He'll back out a little bit. Reset. Kramer 0 for 1, got called out on strikes in the first inning. Foul tip in the hole, 0-2. Kramer 2 for 4 yesterday, following up a 9 for 17 week in which he was named Player of the Week in the CCIW. 0-2 pitch by Powers, strike 3 called. Second time Kramer has caught looking today. 6th strikeout of the afternoon for Powers.
Third baseman, Cody Phelps.
Brings up Cody Phelps. Phelps 0 for 1. Flew out to the center fielder Leffel to end the first inning. And Powers dealing strikes today. He's been ahead in the count to every hitter today. He is hitting his spots, command of all his pitches. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Wasted 1 high, 1-2. Mentioned Powers, one of the outstanding pitchers in the CCIW, second in the league in earned run average this weekend. Coming into play this weekend, I should say, behind John Clifford of North Central. Clifford 1.17 for North Central, Powers 1.75, and it's gone down a scooch here through the first 3+ innings. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. He is dealing today. 7th K of the day. Catcher Nick Pierce a strikeout victim in the second inning. Nobody on, 2 out, bottom of the 4th. Curveball missed. Fouled off the catcher. Greneman's had a rough day so far. He took a Sisk recoil backswing, the bat into his mid-hand, and now a foul tip off the mask. And now a pitch off the right foot. A few times the Redmen have been ahead in the count here. 2-1 to Nick Pierce. Tried to stay back. Went through a breaking ball there. 2-2. Would have been a changeup too. He took something off that one. Two pitch, just got enough. Squibs it foul, 2-2. In a doubleheader today, Redmen off tomorrow. They'll play 2 in Chicago against North Park on Tuesday. And return home. Home and home with Wheaton. Popped him up on the infield. This is trouble for Hallmark, the third baseman, the shortstop Nunez, and the third baseman dropped it behind the bag in a foul territory. Fighting that sun. So a break here for Pierce as Hallmark had trouble right from the get-go. You could see he was fighting the sun, drifting behind the bag in foul territory. So new life here for Pierce. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. 2-2 the count, 2 out. Just missed down, 3-2. Pretty good pitch there by Powers. Count is full. Fouled straight back. Pierce hanging in there. Talking to himself in that batter's box. Says, I gotta get that right hand through. Shot to right center, it's a base hit. 2-out single for Pierce, giving new life. After Hallmark botched the foul fly and down the third base line. Bring up the first baseman, Schwartz. Singled in the second. Went to second on a wild pitch and advanced to third on a wild pitch. Curveball missing outside. Pierce, short lead at first. That's driven hard into left center field and deep. Back to the wall. It is gone! A 2-run home run for first baseman Vince Schwartz. And the Redmen take the lead 2-1. Schwartz did a fastball up. Drove it to the right of the scoreboard in left center field. And for Schwartz, that is home run, his first dinger of the year. Now with 20 RBIs, and how big was that dropped foul fly by Hallmark behind third base? 2-1 Redmond. As Dalton swings through. Change up that time. 0-1. Dalton a strikeout victim in the second. Powers hit him. Dalton hit by a pitch. Another run around here with 2 gone. Brings up designated hitter Joe Sisk. Sisk struck out swinging to end the second inning. Yeah, drop foul ball, gave Pierce new life. He was able to wrap a single. That brought Schwartz to the plate, and he connected on his first home run of the year. Schwartz now 2 for 2 today, raising that batting average coming in at .426. Right around .430 now on the year. One foul left side. Powers in front now, 0-2. Tries to shoot it outside and missed. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch by Powers. That hit him. Ball goes to the backstop. He's got to go back to second. Dalton racing around the bag, can only advance 1 on the hit by pitch. So Powers coming apart here just a little bit. He'd been sailing along, struck out the first 2 batters in the inning, and Pierce was able to battle through, get a break with Hallmark, the third baseman, dropping a foul fly. Was able to extend the inning. 2 runs in, 2-1 Redmond. Runners at first and second now, and 2 out. Farley right up the middle, knocked the glove off of Powers. He's able to recover and make the play. Levicki with a sharp grounder back to the mound. But the Redmond pick up a pair of runs on the first home run of the season by Vince Schwartz. And they take the lead 2-1 as we head to the 5th inning. Heading to the 5th inning here in Kenosha. Third baseman Jack Hallmark set to lead off, looking to atone for that error that prolonged that inning. He dropped that foul fly just behind third base, allowed Pierce to stay alive, drove the single to right, and then Schwartz with the 2-run homer. Breaking ball upstairs, 1-0. Hallmark a pair of sacrifice bunts today, both to Phelps at third. Takes a fastball at the knees, 1-1. Nate Odahl given new life here, and front now 1-2.
Come on, Jack.
Vikings also have loaded the bases twice and have come up empty today. Grounded to third. Phelps through his glove. Deflects to Odahl. No play by Odahl. Let's see how they score it.
Go 4-0.
That'll be an error on Phelps.
Come on, Gunner.
So Hallmark reaches. Third time the leadoff batter has reached base in this game so far for Augustana. Odahl from the stretch. Missing inside, ball 1. Haskins, the first baseman. Schmidt Smashes that one past Schwartz into right field for a base hit. Hallmark will advance to second. So runners at first and second, nobody out.
Come on, Matt.
Again, Schwartz was playing the runner at first base and was playing on the bag that time. Couldn't quite get to that one. First and second, nobody out. Squaring around to bunt. The throw down to second, and throw was high. Off the glove of Farley into center field, but not far enough for Hallmark to advance. Leffel grounded out to Phelps back in the third. Walked and was left stranded in the first. O'Dahl's pitch drops down a bunt, a hard one. Back to O'Dahl, couldn't field it, no play. Hurried himself there. He knew he wanted to get it to third base, but took his eye off the ball as it got to him. It's the second error of the inning to load the bases. I'll bring up Graneman, the catcher. Graneman 1 for 2. Singled in the fourth. Was out at the plate, grounds that one to third. Phelps steps, throws home. It'll be a double play. Phelps able to field that ground ball, step on third, then threw it home, and Pierce able to get the tag down on Hallmark. So Haskins erased 5 unassisted, and then Hallmark thrown out at the plate 5-2. So 2 out. Runners at first and second. Graneman with a fielder's choice. And the pitch by O'Dahl. Missing high, ball 1. Three times so far the Vikings have loaded the bases and unable to score. That one gets past Pierce. That's going to advance the runners 90 feet. Runners at second and third. Not sure if we're going to give that one a wild pitch or a passed ball here. Wild pitch. Second one uncorked today by O'Dahl. Second and third now. 2 out, 2-0 count. In and over for a strike. Nunez 1 for 2.
Come on, Tyler.
Part of that fourth inning infield single brigade. 3 straight infield singles to load the bases, and they came up empty. Another one in the dirt. Another nice save by Pierce. 3-1 with first base open. Moraski, the second baseman, due up next. O'Dahl's pitch, curveball in there for strike 2. See if O'Dahl can come right back here with a good hook. Check of the runner at third. The pitch missing outside, ball 4. Fifth walk issued by O'Dahl today. Reloads the bases for John Moraski, the second baseman. Moraski 1 for 2, a single in the fourth. the outside corner for strike one.
Come on, kid.
Leffel at third, Graneman at second, Nunez at first, and that one's tagged in the left and deep. It is off the wall. It'll score at least two. Dalton flags it down. We'll get it back in. A bases loaded double, and Augustana has retaken the lead, 3-2.
Hey, we're not done here. Yes, sir. Yep. Big hit. Not done, Sam. We're not done, kid.
Sam Byers stepping in, 0 for 2 today. 3-2 Augustana. And the outside corner, first strike. And they finally get to O'Dahl. Fourth time they loaded the bases today, and they finally break through. Runners at second and third. Missing outside, 1-1. So Moraski with a pair of RBIs, now with 9 on the season.
Come on, twos.
Byer, the number 8 hitter in the lineup today, swings through a fastball, 1-2.
You're on it, kid. You're on it.
O'Dahl walks behind that mound, blows into that pitching hand, trying to get some feeling in there. See if he can get Byer right here. The 1-2 pitch, high and away, 2-2.
Come on, Sam.
O'Dahl works from the stretch, the check of the runner at third, the pitch popped him up. Drifting back, Pierce looking, and it's going to get into the stands behind home plate. Fly ball, left field foul, hooking and into the bullpen. Got out in front, something off speed there by O'Dahl. Byer in left today, replacing Ryan Karras. Karras was injured yesterday in a single rounding first base. Now O'Dahl steps off. A lot of dancing going on behind second base between Farley, trying to bluff the runner back. Two and two the count to Byer. There you go. Check him. And they said he did not go around. So 3-2 the count. Another nice save by Pierce back there. Laid off that breaking ball in the dirt. So a full count with 2 out. Runners at second and third, 2 in for the Vikings. And O'Dahl delivers. Ball 4, missing outside to reload the bases. 6th walk of the day for O'Dahl. And the 8th man to bat here in the inning is Nick Kirk, the designated hitter. Kirk reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th grounded out to Miles Farley, the shortstop, in the second. O'Dahl's pitch in there for a strike. Some activity now in the Redmond bullpen. It's like a right-hander up and throwing out there. Time called by the batter at home plate.
Come on, kid.
Nunez at third. Moraski on second with the two-run double. Weiser reaching on a walk. Owen Reith in the bullpen throwing for the Redmen out there. 1-1 the count now.
Come on, Nick.
O'Dahl checks the runner at second. The pitch swung through it. Thrown on to first. They might have a play. Got in there. Just got his hand in there. O'Dahl wanting to appeal to the home plate umpire, Augie Schmidt. Going to call time, going to have a little chit-chat with the base umpire. So Pierce with that throw down. Weiser on at first. So no appeal here. The count is 1-2 to Kirk, the designated hitter.
Come on, 9.
This is the hitter O'Dahl needs right here. Do not want to get to the top of the order here. It's got to end right here. O'Dahl's pitch missing outside, ball 2. Well, he's not missing by much on the corner.
Come on, 9.
Into the dirt, another nice save by Pierce. So now the merry-go-round begins. 2 out, 3-2 count to the hitter Kirk. Nunez, Moraski, and Weiser will be off with the pitch. The runners go. The pitch grounded up the middle. Farley going to have to go to 1. Gets there in time to retire the side. But the Vikings come back with 2 runs on the 2-run double by Moraski. Miles Farley, the number 9 hitter, will lead things off here for the Redmen. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Vikings plating 2 in the top half of the frame. Reclaim the lead 3-2. Farley 0 for 1 today. Takes a strike.
Say 1-3. Come on, Mike.
1-1 pitch, popped up right side. Haskins, the first baseman, coming over, fighting the sun, and makes the play. One gone here in the 5th inning. Top of the order now, Colton Klein. Missing low, ball 1.
there, Mike.
1-1 now to the leadoff batter, Colton Klein. Klein 0 for 2 today. Flew out to left in the third. Flew out to center to start the ball game. Late on a fastball, behind now 1-2.
Look sharp, Mike. Look sharp, kid.
Grounded sharply, foul down the first base side. Remains 1-2.
Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Skips in there for 2-2. Again, game 1 of a doubleheader.
1-3.
Matt Willett expected to get the ball in game 2 for the Redmen. Powers pitch, driven to center, coming in, and it will fall in for a base hit. Colton Klein fought one off. Able to collect his first hit of the afternoon. Fourth hit of the day for the Redmen. Here's Ryan Kramer. He's due. 0 for 2, caught looking twice today. Throw to first. Klein able to get back safely. Klein is a threat to steal. 5 stolen bases in 6 attempts so far this season for Klein. Not going here. Kramer fights one foul down the right side. Kramer and Schwartz both sporting those high stirrup socks, showing that red stocking there. Kind of old school, if you will. The pitch by Powers. Curveball, beauty. Froze Kramer up, locked him up, 0-2 now. Klein taking his lead over at first. Not going. The pitch grounded sharply to third. Nice play by Hallmark. The throw across will get Kramer, but Klein advancing to second. Beautiful stop behind the bag that time by Hallmark. 2 gone here in the 5th. Hallmark atoning for that error the inning before where he dropped that foul fly that allowed Pierce to extend the at-bat, get on base for the Schwartz home run. Here's Cody Phelps, the third baseman, 0 for 2 today. Klein dancing around second, the pitch missing outside. Phelps among the team leaders in runs batted in. 18 on the year. Inside, breaking ball. 2-0.
Keep working 1-3. Come on, Mike.
There is activity in the Augustana bullpen, a right-hander up and throwing. Pitch by Powers, fouled straight back. He was on it.
Keep pounding it, kid. Keep pounding it.
2-1. Klein, who reached on a single, advancing to second on the ground out by Kramer. Look by Powers. Driven into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Klein rounding third. He will score. And a 2-out single ties the game at 3. Cody Phelps driving in the run. Went the other way that time. Dumped it out into right field. Phelps, his 19th run batted in, ties the game at 3. Here's Nick Pierce. Pierce 1 for 2 with a run scored. He came in on the Schwartz left field bomb, his first home run of the year. Curveball in and over. Pierce was at bat when Hallmark drifted into foul territory on what would have been a pop foul flyout, but dropped the baseball. And the next pitch, Schwartz lined it out into right field for a single. Pierce behind now 0-2.
Come on, Mike Powers, go to work, kid. Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick, right here, man.
Let it go, and that just missed. Didn't miss by much.
Great 0-2.
1-2 the count. Swing and a miss ends the inning. 8th strikeout of the day by the Redmen. But they score a run on the RBI single by Phelps. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 1 left. We head to inning number 6. Good one going on here in game 1 of our doubleheader. Redmond 3, Augustana 3. New pitcher for the Redmen here in the 6th. It'll be right-hander Owen Reith. 6'3", 195, a junior out of Tower Lakes, Illinois, prepped at Barrington High School. Reith, his 3rd appearance of the season, 3 1/3 innings, a 2.7 earned run average, allowed 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned, no walks and 1 strikeout.
Carter.
So Odall off the hook with that run, scoring in the 5th.
Go, Top. What do you say, Top? Let's go.
He will not be the pitcher of record today. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 5 walks, and a strikeout. Top of the order for Reith here. Carter Amundsen, Hallmark, and Haskins. And the first offering fastball high, 1-0. That one low, 2-0. One misses inside, so 3 straight balls here for the junior, Owen Reith.
Go 3-0. Get us going, kid.
Last appeared against Marion back on March 23rd. 2 innings of relief, 3 hits and a run. Only run allowed so far this season, and he walks the leadoff man here to start the 6th. Not what you wanted there. So Amundsen on for the 3rd time today. That'll bring up 3rd baseman Jack Hallmark. Hallmark reached on an error by Phelps back in that 5th inning. He was erased on the back end of a Phelps double play. Ground ball that Phelps able to step on third and then throw home, and was tagged out by Pierce. That pitch off the glove of Pierce to the backstop. Amundsen advancing to second.
Come on, Jack. Stay, Jack.
So Amundsen advance. And Pierce got a glove on it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Call that one a pass ball. So runner in scoring position, and Reith is struggling here. 3-0 again here to the second batter. The pitch. Walked him. Second straight walk by Reith. Time called. Will be a conference on the mound. Boy, boy, oh boy. Battled back against one of the top pitchers in the conference to tie the game at 3, and then your bullpen comes in and walks the first two guys, and he's going to exit. So Reith fails to retire a batter here in the 6th inning. On the hook for the 2 runners on the bag. So it'll be up to Hannick here to stem the rally. Hannick stands 6 foot, 185 pounds. 4-year letter winner over at Marist High School. Working on a finance degree here at Carthage. Well, we have to figure something out with runners at first and second here for Hannick. Only appearance was last weekend in the doubleheader against Illinois Institute of Technology. 2 innings pitched in that contest. Primarily an infielder, he's started a game down in Arizona against Rockford back in the 10th as a position player, went 1 for 4. Comes in with runners at first and second, nobody out. In the middle of the order coming up, Gunnar Haskins, the first baseman. The pitch high and away for ball 1. Haskins singled, reached second on the error by Phelps, or the error, excuse me, by the pitcher, and that one gets off the glove of Pierce. Runners advance to second and third. See how we rule that. That'll be a pass ball. Haskins officially 1 for 1. Sacrifice fly and an RBI in the 3rd. Walked and was left stranded in the 1st. Popped him up on the infield. Who wants it? Phelps, the third baseman in foul territory. Pierce, the catcher, gives way to Phelps, who makes the play. Fighting the sun. Phelps able to get a put out there. One gone here in the 6th inning. Leffel reached on an error by O'Dahl back in the 5th inning and scored on the double by Moraski. He's ahead in the count now, 1-0. Hannick's pitch popped him up, foul territory. Running over as a third baseman, Phelps and Miles Farley. Phelps makes the catch. The runner tags from third and scores. Nobody covering third. Finally, somebody gets over there, so the runner can advance at second base. So credit that an RBI to Leffel. Driving in Amundsen from third. 2 men out and a runner at second. Granneman, the catcher, at the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice. Came in on that Moraski double back in the 5th. That one hit him. Third hit batter by the pitching staff today for Carthage.
Stay hot, Tyler. Stay hot, kid. Gotta get a pitch, Tyler.
So runners at first and second for Tyler Nunez. 2 out, a run in. It's 4-3 Augustana. Grounded sharply to Phelps at third. He'll step on the bag to retire the side. But the Vikings retake the lead. Walks hurt here in this inning. A couple of pass balls. 2 men left. Head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Vikings now in front, 4-3. Well, Mike Powers back on the hill for the 6th inning. His Viking teammates giving him the lead here, 4-3. It'll be first baseman Vince Schwartz to lead things off for the Redmen. Schwartz hit his first home run of the year, a 2-run bomb in that 4th inning. Gave the Redmen a 2-1 lead at that time. Curveball inside. Redmen scoring 2 in the bottom of that 4th inning off that home run, but Augustana came back with 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Reclaim the lead here, 4-3. Wave and a miss. Pulled the string on him that time, 1-2. Powers delivers. Missed inside with a curveball. Didn't miss by much. 2-2. Likes to pitch off that first base side of the rubber. Sat on a curveball, driven to left. To the warning track is Byer, makes the play, 1 gone. A long, hard out for Vince Schwartz. Brings up Dalton, the left fielder.
Keep working, Mike. Looking good, kid.
Powers hit him with a pitch back in the 4th. Strikeout victim in the 2nd.
Nice pitch, kid. Nice
Change up,
pitch.
swing and a miss. Powers with 8 strikeouts through 5+ innings. Ahead here, 0-1. Grounded in the hole. Coming over the third baseman, Hallmark. Crossed the diamond, 2 gone. Good play to his left that time by Hallmark. Able to cut in front of Nunez to make the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. That'll bring up designated hitter Joe Sisk. Sisk also hit by a pitch in that 4th inning. And also a strikeout victim in the 2nd. Takes low for a ball.
Okay, we stay 1-3. Keep working, kid. Looking good.
Powers delivers. Grounded sharply to 2nd. Moraski up with it. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning by Powers here in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We head to the 7th inning. Vikings 4, Redmond 3. Bottom third of the order here in the 7th for Augustana. As they face Hennick here into his second inning of relief. Third pitcher used today by Augie Schmidt. Moraski, Beyer, and Kirk. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up here in the 7th. The first pitch, fastball high, 1-0. Moraski with a 2-run double in the 5th inning. He is 2 for 3 today. Ahead in the count now, 2-0. On the outside corner, 2-1.
Come on, J-Mo. There you go. There you go. Anyway,
Ahead in the count now, 3-1. Fouled back and out of play, the right side, 3-2. Redmond have issued 7 walks today. Again, pop foul right side, behind the Redmond dugout. Down the right field line, trouble, and out of play. Fell in front of Vinny Schwartz, the first baseman who was giving chase, along with Levicki, the right fielder. Second baseman Kramer also over there. So no play. Remains 3-2. Again, we're expecting Willett to pitch for the Redmond in game 2. No word on the Augustana starter for game 2 of the doubleheader. High and tight for ball 4. That is the 8th walk issued by the pitching staff today with the Redmond. Brings up Beyer, the left fielder, officially 0 for 2 with a walk. So Hennick now works from the stretch. Tried to bum it right back to Hennick at the mound. He's going to go to first base. Didn't even look to second to get the sure out at first. Sacrifice 1-3. Moraski advancing to second with 1 gone here in the 7th inning. Number 9 hitter in the order, Nick Kirk, the designated hitter. And we've got a sub here. Clint Ugolini will pinch hit here. He came into the ball game yesterday also as a pinch hitter. Singled in the 9th inning. Runner in scoring position. Hennick tried to uncork a curve, missing high. Big run out there for Augustana. 1 out here in the 7th inning. They lead by 1. Like to get that insurance run in, and high and tight to Ugolini, the pinch hitter. Three straight bad ones, and Pierce wants to have a conversation with Hennick. Augie's pitching staff, Augie Schmidt's pitching staff today, having trouble throwing strikes. Odahl walked 5. Reith faced 2 batters, walked them both. He's the pitcher of record today. he stands to suffer the loss if the Redmen fail to rally here in the final 3 innings. Ball 4, second walk issued by Hannick. He's also hit a batter.
Good work, Carter. Come on, kid.
So first and second, 1 out, top of the order, Carter Amundsen. He's reached base 3 times today. He's scored 2 runs. The pitch got it on the corner.
That's not you. That's not you, Carter. Come on, 3-0.
Another right-hander up in the Redmond bullpen. Same spot, got the same call, 0-2.
Come on, 3-0.
Moraski at second. Ugolini on at first with a walk. 1-2 the count now to Carter Amundsen. See if Hannick can induce a ground ball here. Fights one off to the right side, remains 1-2. There you look at the Redmond bullpen. It's like Chris Pedrock throwing out there for the Redmen. The 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back.
Keep working, 3-0. Keep working.
Battling Hannick here in his second inning of relief. Lines one to right. That's trouble. Coming on and making the diving grab out there is Levicki. He'll throw it in. Runner at second. Moraski tags and makes it into third. See if they check him here. Nice catch out there by Levicki. 2 gone. Runners at the corners here. Jack Hallmark, the third baseman, stepping in. He has reached twice today, a walk and reached on an error. And he's hit, drilled in the shoulder. Well, that loads the bases now. For Gunnar Haskins. And Augie Schmidt on the jog. Wants to talk to the infield here. So we're 2 out, top of the 7th inning. For the 5th time today, the Vikings have loaded the bases. They loaded them in the first, did not score. Loaded them in the 4th, did not score. Got a couple of runs loading the bases twice in the 5th inning. Now have loaded them up here in the 7th. Moraski at third, Ugolini at first, and there's a base hit into the corner. That's going to score 2. Rounding third, they're going to try for a 3rd run, and that clears the bases. Haskins, a bases loaded double. 3 runs in, and the Vikings have blown this game open. 7-3 now in favor of the Vikings. 4th RBI of the afternoon for Haskins. This one a bases clearing double. Pitch is high for ball one. Leffel, the center fielder. Drove in a run with a foul fly. A nice play by Phelps at third. Got a break there on a strike called. 1-1 the count. Fouls it back.
Hey, go to work, Matt.
1-2 the count here to Leffel, the center fielder. Driven to right center. Levicki and Klein makes the diving grab to end the inning. But the Vikings blow it open with 3 runs. A bases loaded double and 3 RBIs by Gunnar Haskins. The only hit of the inning, and they strand a runner. They've stranded 12 here today, the Vikings did, but they lead it by a score of 7-3 as we hit the 7th inning stretch here in Kenosha. Giving up 3 runs on 5 hits today, but he has struck out 8. And he will have the bottom of the order here due up for the Redmen. Levicki, Farley, and then the top of the order, Klein. Some big insurance for the Vikings in the top of that 7th. That bases loaded double. Ground ball, sharply hit to the second baseman. Morosky up with it. 1 gone. First pitch swinging Levicki now 0 for 3. Brings up Farley, the shortstop. 0 for 2. Fouled out to the first baseman, Haskins, in the 5th. Inside corner for strike 1. Powers delivers, missing low. 1-1 the count to Miles Farley, wearing number 13 today. He was wearing number 1 yesterday. Either that or the 3 fell off the jersey. On the outside corner for strike 2. One out, the base is empty. Bottom of the 7th, Redmond down 4. Powers delivers, fouled straight back. Powers nearly got him there. Farley just a piece of it to stay alive. 1-2 the count. Top of the order, Colton Klein will be next. Grounded to third. Hallmark pulled the first baseman toward the batter, but kept his foot on the bag for the second out. Top of the order we go. It'll be Colton Klein. Klein 1 for 3 with a run scored. Singled and scored back in the 5th inning. Made that nice diving catch in center field to end the top half of the inning. Squared around a bunt, takes ball 1. It's that old baseball adage, you make a nice play in the field and almost inevitably you're up the next inning at the plate. Sharply hit to right, but right at the right fielder Amundsen to retire the side. Boy, Powers has retired the last 7 batters in a row. We head to the 8th inning. Carthage down 7-3. Right-hander Chris Pedrak in relief here to start this 8th inning. He'll pitch for the Redmen here. He is a 6-foot, 185-pound senior out of Woodridge, Illinois. He prepped at Downers Grove South. Pedrak 1-0, making his 2nd appearance of the season. 2 innings pitched, a 4.5 earned run average with 3 strikeouts. Last appearance, and his only appearance, was in St. Louis against Fontbonne University. Game in which the Redmen won 10-9. Pitched 2 innings in that contest. Missing inside for ball 1. Catcher Ryan Graneman swinging at that pitch. Lifts one to right. Levicki near the foul line makes the putout. 1 gone.
The shortstop, Tyler Nunez.
We say tie. Come on, 2-7.
Tyler Nunez, the shortstop. Ended the 6th inning grounding out to Phelps, who was able to retire. Runner at 3rd. Takes on the corner for a strike, quickly in front 0-2. Pedrak, the 4th pitcher used by Augie Schmidt this afternoon. Swing and a miss. Pierce will have to make it himself. Down to first, 2 gone.
Hey, we say J-Mo. Come on, 2-5. Come on, John.
That is just the 2nd strikeout by the Redmen pitching staff today. Here's Morosky, the 2nd baseman. And a 2-run double, and smashes that one down the left field line into the corner. Rounding first and heading into 2nd with his 2nd stand-up double today is John Morosky. So Morosky 3 for 4 today with a pair of RBIs and a pair of doubles. Brings up Weiser, the left fielder. Weiser 0 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice bunt. That coming in the 7th inning. Curveball in there for a strike. Said he was a swing. 0-1 the count to Weiser. Again, Ryan Karras not playing in this game, was injured yesterday. Popped him up, foul. And out of play behind the home plate. Pedrak out in front now, 0-2. Foul through the coach's box at 3rd. Yeah, the Vikings with some clutch hitting. And bases loaded double in the 7th. Looming big here. Wave and a miss. Strike 3. The inning is over. No runs on 1 hit. 1 man left. Bottom of the 8th inning here in Kenosha. Vikings leading the Redmen by a score of 7-3.
Mitchell.
So Mitch Malone on in relief here to start this 8th inning. He'll have the middle of the order here for the Redmen. Kramer, Phelps, Pierce, and hopefully a few more. Redmen down 7-3. Breaking ball missing. 1-0 to Kramer. 0 for 3 today with a pair of strikeouts. Driven hard into left center field, going back to the wall. Falling down is a center fielder. Kramer still rounding second. He's going to make it into third with a head slide triple to start the 8th inning. So Kramer gets his first hit of the day. His first triple of the year. And this is Cody Phelps. Swing and a miss. Phelps singled in a run back in the 5th inning. That gave the Redmen tied the game at 3. But since then, those 3 runs, as this one's hit sharply into left for a base hit. Getting past the diving shortstop Nunez. Kramer in to score. 2nd run batted in today for Phelps. 7-4 now. Redmen down 3 and brings up Pierce, the catcher. Pierce 1 for 3. Singled and scored a run back in the 4th inning. In between a pair of strikeouts.
Oh, Mitch.
Malone. Curveball grounded sharply to third. Over to second for 1. The relay in time for the double play. Around the horn, 5-4-3. Erasing Phelps off the bag, so nobody on, 2 out for Vince Schwartz. That is huge. So Schwartz, who hit his first home run of the year, a 2-run shot in the 4th that briefly gave the Redmen a 2-1 lead, stepping in with the bases empty and comes through a fastball. 2 for 3 today. Along with that home run, a single back in the 2nd inning for Schwartz. That one misses outside, evens the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. On the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 now to Schwartz, the first baseman. Grounded to short and Nunez. The Sunday hop and the throw across. And the Redmen are gone here in the 8th inning. But they do score a run on a couple of hits. The triple by Kramer and the single by Phelps. Nobody left. We head to inning number 9. Augustana 7, Carthage 4. Chris Pedrak on for his 2nd inning of relief here as we begin the 9th. Clint Ugolini, the designated hitter, the number 9 hitter, due up to start this 9th for the Vikings in game 1 of our doubleheader. Missing low for ball. Walked and scored a run back in the 7th, and they came in on that 3-run triple by Gunnar Haskins that blew open the game here. That stands to be the game-winning hit. Pedrak in there for strike, 1-2. Pair of groundouts to Farley at short, a fielder's choice and a walk today for that designated hitter spot. And Ugolini goes down swinging. Third strikeout by Piedrak. Top of the order we go, Carter Amundsen. That one just missed at the knees. We mentioned men's lacrosse playing down in Bloomington today against Illinois Wesleyan. They trail after one quarter, 8-3 to the Titans. Game originally to be played yesterday, but transportation trouble. Let's just leave it at that. Mike Love liked that one, didn't he? Transportation trouble. In other words, the bus didn't show up by a company who will remain nameless. In and over our first strike, evens the count now at 2-2. Piedrak's 2-2 pitch, just got enough to stay alive. Amundsen reaching base 3 times here in this game one. Lined out hard to right field back in the 7th inning. Driven hard to left, but right at Dalton. Couple of steps in, 2 gone. Third baseman Jack Hallmark at the plate. Hallmark hit by a pitch, a walk, and reached on an error today. Missing outside, ball 1. He was kind of on the hook there early on. It was his error, dropping a foul fly that allowed Pierce to stay alive, get a single. Shoots inside, missing, 2-0. Dropped that foul fly behind the third base bag in the coach's box. Pierce then lined a single, and that brought Schwartz up, who hit the 2-run homer that put the Redmen in front 2-1 at that point. That seems like eons ago. Again, rides the curveball inside, walks him. 2-out walk issued by Piedrak. It's 11 walks and 1 hit batter today by the pitching staff for the Redmen. Grounded sharply into right field for a base hit. Gunnar Haskins, his 3rd hit of the day. So 2 on, 2 out here in the top half of the 9th. Center fielder Matt Leffel to the plate. Leffel drove in a run with a foul pop-up in the 6th inning. Reached on an error and scored in the 5th. Walked back in the 1st. Officially 0 for 3. Hard smash, Kramer up with it. The throw over, and the side retired. No runs on 1 hit. 2 men left. Vikings have stranded 14 runners here in game 1, but they lead it 7-4. Bottom of the 9th inning here in game 1 of our doubleheader. Malone on in relief of Powers gets the first one in for a strike. Ryan Dalton, Joe Sisk, and Ben Levicki due up here for the Redmen. They trail by 3. That one skips spin, 1-1. Dalton 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. Shoots the corner, 1-2. Foul tip at the plate. That got a piece of the umpire.
Come on, Mitch.
Got him in the hand. That's going to leave a mark. Count now 1-2 to Ryan Dalton. Nate Odahl started, went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, only 1 earned run, despite walking 5. He got out of several bases-loaded jams. Reith faced 2 batters, walked them both. He's the pitcher of record as swing and a miss, the throw down, 1 gone.
Way to go, Ryan. Nice job, Ryan.
Brings up Sisk, the designated hitter. Anik throwing 2. Pedrak throwing 2 innings. Powers for Augustana, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 strikeouts today. Stands to get the victory.
Come on, Mitchell.
Looks to run his record to 5-1 on the season. Malone's 0-1 delivery. Into right field, it'll fall in for a base hit. A 1-out single for Sisk. Brings up Ben Levicki, the right fielder. Got a pinch runner coming in now for Sisk.
Hey, what's that, Mitchell? Come on, Mitch.
Jake Mitchell will run. So Levicki 0 for 3 today. Caught looking in the 3rd. Grounded out to the pitcher Powers in the 4th. Grounded to Moraski, the second baseman, back in the 7th. Malone got the corner. 1-1 the count. Malone's pitch fouled down the left side. Ahead in the count now, 1-2.
Mistake 3-7. Come on, Mitch.
Joe Godlewski swinging a bat on the on-deck circle for the Redmen. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning for Malone. And pinch hitting for Farley will be Godlewski.
Attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Redmen, number 15, Joe Godlewski.
Godlewski, a .421 hitter. 9th appearance, takes a strike. Redmen down to their final out, trailing 7-4 here in game 1. Pitch bounces in there. Nice stop back there by Granneman. One and one to the pinch hitter, Joe Godlewski. Smashed off the pitcher's glove, deflects back to the shortstop. It'll be an infield hit for Godlewski. Advancing to second is Mitchell, pinch running for Sisk. And the top of the order now for the Redmen. So they turn the order over with 2 out. Klein 1 for 4. A run scored back in the 5th. Came in on the Cody Phelps RBI single.
Come on, Mitchell.
Malone relieving Powers today. He was very effective. Powers went 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, and 8 strikeouts. Allowed the home run to Schwartz, but pretty much unhittable. Big breaking curveball, and it misses for ball 1. Granneman going to come out and talk to Malone.
Hey, Mitchell, you say 3-7. Come on, kid.
Mitchell takes his lead at second. Godlewski off at first. The 1-0 pitch swung through it. Couldn't catch up to it that time. 1-1. Haskins, the first baseman, playing no doubles. Crowding the line behind the bag at first. Same thing over at third with Hallmark. The pitch by Malone skips in there. Another nice save by Granneman.
Ryan. Nice job, Ryan.
Saved. Putting 2 in scoring position there. 2-1 the count.
Say, Mitchell. Come on, Mitch.
The stretch and the pitch, swing and a miss. Redmen down to their final strike now. 2-2 the count. With 2 on, 2 out here in the 9th. The pitch into the dirt. Another nice save by Granneman. 3-2 now, so the runners will be off here with this pitch. Well, if Klein can find a gap here. The 3-2 pitch. There go the runners. It's hit into left center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Coming in to score is Mitchell. On his way to third is Godlewski. It's 7-5 in favor of the Vikings. Mitchell scores. Godlewski all the way to third on the RBI single by Colton Klein. Now time called. Looks like coach coming out there, Greg Wallace, with a conversation. So Colton Klein coming up with a clutch 2-out RBI single to extend the inning here. Redmen down 7-5 with a runner in scoring position in Godlewski. Malone's going to stay in. At least face one more hitter in Ryan Kramer. Kramer tripled and scored back in the 8th inning. He is 1 for 4. The reigning position player of the week this week in the CCIW. Runners at the corners, 2 gone. Smash foul. He got around on a fastball, and he turned it around in a hurry. That, if he straightened it out, would have been a walk-off. Just a long strike here from Malone. Breaking ball outside, 1-1.
Nice job, Ryan Grandeman. Nice work, kid. Hey, we say, Mitchell.
Malone in some trouble here in his second inning of relief. The pitch.
Nice job, Mitch.
Swung over it.
We say, Mitchell.
Good sinker that time. 1-2 now. Again, the Redmen down to their final strike. One run in. Godlewski on at third. Klein at first. Malone sets the 1-2. Outside.
Hey, that's a good spot right there, Mitch.
Count even now at 2-2.
Mitchell.
The pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. The game is over. Third time today, Kramer has gone down on strikes, and the Vikings hang on to win game one of our doubleheader, 7-5. In the inning, the Redmen get a run on 3 hits. No errors, 2 men left. Final score, Augustana 7, Carthage 5. Line score for Augustana, 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 14 on base. Carthage 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, 6 men left on. Winning pitcher today, Mike Powers, now 5-1. Powers going 7 innings. Giving up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and struck out 8 today to pick up his 5th win of the year. The loser's going to be Owen Reith. Faced 2 batters, walked them both. One of those came around to score. He takes the loss for the Redmen today, now 0-1. Time of our game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. And game 2 will be coming along shortly. John Weiser saying stay tuned. We'll have game 2 of our doubleheader coming up in about a half hour. Again, your final, Red